This is Sana Shiraz. I am an embodiment coach for dating and relationship for strong and independent women and a course leader for therapeutic dances. Few of my clients have reached out to me with a very current topic, the topic of anxiety and feeling depressed, feeling low energy. And they ask for solutions, for regulations, for what helps whatsoever. It made me, of course, first of all, my heart goes with you. And of course, I resonated absolutely with these situations. And especially right now in the pandemic, many of us are dealing with a lot of topics, especially facing our own anxiety and frustration. And it's stuff which are not in our hand, that's not in our control. And we can also not really plan the future the way we want, or as dream we have already needed to given up. That I was a bit reflecting about that situation, especially those, related to a crisis, to a transition. Seeing, of course, the word crisis is used a lot these days, but what is right now is that we are in transition phase, right? So that the world, how it has been before COVID, is right now very differently. And we are in the sea, swimming, and not knowing what is really maybe comes up for many of us individually, but also as a collective. I realized a very natural drive in us, or very first thing we really want to do is that we want to shorten up those times, like those anxious times, and I want to really find ways, stuff to do that it fixes what is right now going on. So if we make it wrong, that means we don't want to really be in a situation, which of course is very understandable. And you ask, of course, what would be any good of feeling depressed? Why do I ever need to want to stay in that situation? Well, that's not what I'm trying to promote. But I was wondering, I'm a promoter of feeling the feelings. And I was wondering, what is the message anxiety has for us? And anxiety comes up because it wants us to hear something. So it's a message, it's a call. And we wanted to play with that. A very obvious one is that is really a sign, a signal for the unmet needs. But also sometimes a reaction, a nervous system reaction to stuff happening outside, with the internal fear and worries or thoughts which we have about what's happening, and that makes us the whole system anxious. However, what I really would love you to ponder on is, what if this phase of depression, anxiety can be seen as a natural station in our heroic journey? Okay, so one step back. Heroic journey, what is it even? So maybe you heard about the hero's journey. So many of the films, Hollywood films and books and stuff, is based on a very quite repeating story of a hero. That repeating story has been in thousands of years in the mythologies from different cultures on the earth. And that is about someone, actually usually a man, who is living a normal life, and until he has received a call. This call could be a real call for an adventure or a crisis, and he tries to refuse that call and just no, I want to live the way I was living so far. But then either he accepts it consciously, or he is on that path of adventure, which he hasn't even chosen, but he's just there's a new situation. And he needs to go. He goes to a special world which are dark and has dragons and obstacles, which could be symbolic for a lot of also internal or external obstacles and challenges. Like internally could be fear and anxiety and self-doubt, and I'm not good enough and I don't know what's going on, like you want to be control everything. Or outside, I lost my job, or is like right now a crisis, I don't know how to manage the children, all of this. And he really either really wins or dies and reborn always and always again until he manages and he comes up to the light again and to the normal life. But he is then transformed and he is a new renewed person. So that's actually the hero's journey. And I read a while ago a book of Marilyn Monroe. It's called The Heroine Journey. She has a model for women and their life heroine journey, which is very interesting, especially for us strong and independent women. I don't know about you, I will tell that story and then you see if it resonates with me. It has resonated a lot with me. That is the first stage of this journey is when a woman or a young girl separate herself from her feminine energy, her mother, and goes and more associate herself with a masculine role model and accomplishments and etc. out there, masculine energy qualities like education, work, traveling, contribution. So there's a lot of action out there which are so amazing. And she also gains success. However, at one point she gets that crisis, that doubt coming up. That could be again something external due to a big change in her life, or really a thought, a doubt, a question, or identity question, why I'm still not fulfilled and happy. And Merlick is saying that anxiety and depression is one of the stations of the heroine journey for every woman. That woman needs to go down really in the earth, in the darkness, to find her pieces back, to let go of those masks she was wearing, of that identification with the roles, different roles, which they are roles, but not like her true self. And she gathers and she finds herself, and it can take long. But she comes up, and that is a reunion with the femininity, for like really divine feminine, and with the mother especially, like really her mother, or like that role of motherhood. And then as well a very natural reunion with the healthy masculine energy of hers. What I really liked about that model is, of course, in a model which was also like have parallelity in the mythology and stories about the goddesses and what their whole journey. What I like about that is a very different view on those time of crisis and depression. It doesn't see it as something is wrong. Even when the whole world is saying, yeah, that woman is depressed, she's supposed to be more this and this, she's supposed to do this and this, or she's going back to the roles or the plays that she used to play. But that she sees the whole, it is a very natural station I must have on the way of transforming, and especially to like being reunioned with a very healthy feminine and masculine energy. So if you feel right now depressed or anxious, my heart is with you. I hear you and I feel you. And I just want to leave you with this question, with this inquiry. What if is just a station, a must have one, on your journey of transformation?